Hi, in this screencast I'm going to demonstrate a little bit about how parameters work in Python. So here we have a simple function called birthday that's passed a parameter called name. And so we can call it and pass it any name we want. And so if we say birthday Mary, it's going to print happy birthday Mary for us. If we say birthday Steve, it's going to say happy birthday Steve. We could also assign a variable called friend equal Sue, and then we can say birthday friend. So we can pass it a variable, and the value of that variable, the value of friend, which is Sue, gets stored in the variable name, and it'll print happy birthday Sue. We can even pass it an expression. So for example, we could say birthday friend plus Jones, which is just going to add Jones to the end of our variable friend. So we can pass a value, a variable, or an expression to the function, and what happens is the value of that variable gets passed to the function. And in this case we could pass it something that didn't make a lot of sense. So we could say birthday 6, and it'll say happy birthday 6, because all we're doing with that parameter is printing it, and so it's perfectly legal to pass it a number and it'll work. However, if we do something in the function with the parameter that's not a legal operation for a variable of that type, then it's not going to work. So for example, if I pass name and age to my function, I say age equals age plus 1, and I say happy birthday name, you are now age. I'm passing it two things, so I'm going to load my program here. Now it's important to remember that when a function is expecting two parameters, I have to pass it two parameters. So if I say birthday, if I try to call birthday still and pass it just a name like Jack, it's going to crash, because that's not it's not legal any longer to call birthday with one parameter. It's expecting two. It's expecting two values or expressions or variables. So now what I would do instead is I would say birthday, and I would pass it both a name and a number, 10, and now it'll say happy birthday Jack, you are now 11. As long as what I'm doing with those arguments is legal for a variable of that type, then this will still work. So I can still pass a number for the name, I can pass a variable, I can pass an expression, I can pass a number like birthday 10, 20, which doesn't make any sense in terms of what the function is doing, but it's perfectly legal as far as Python is concerned. Because I'm not doing, all I'm doing is with the first parameter is printing it, and what I'm doing with the second parameter is adding 1 to it and printing it. Now, however, if I were to say birthday 10, Jack, like this, pass it the age and then the name, I get an error message. And the reason is because I'm passing that second argument that I'm passing is a string, and it's not legal to add one to a string. I can add one to a number or an integer or a floating point, but I can't add one to a string. So it's important that you pass the right number of parameters, that what you do with them in the function is legal for parameters of that type as well. That's all for this time. Bye.